Hey guys, got another video for you. So I already made the 5 things I love about my L322 Range Rover. Now I'd like to make a video about the 5 things I'm not so fond of, actually. Further ado, I think this list you'll find entertaining, amusing, a little tongue-in-cheek, honestly. And the last one I think you'll totally agree with. So let's get going. The first, or the number 5, would be, it's a fickle little princess. That's what I wrote on my list here. So what does that mean? That means if it's below 40 degrees, you get a dong. If your tires are a little underinflated, you get a dong. If its light goes out, you get the picture. It kind of makes you fully aware of everything that's happening within that car, which I appreciate. But if I haven't got a chance to get to it yet, and I constantly get reminded to fix this, all right, Maggie, I get it. All right, so that's number 5. Number 4 is some of the design flaws. So we all know about the rear view camera. Kind of a pain in the butt, and it is prone to fail. My biggest issue is not that it fails, but where it is within the car, under that little rear spoiler, flange, lip, cover, whatever. When you're driving around in this environment with a lot of slush and snow and things of that nature, it just whips up the back of the truck. Well, it covers up the whole back windscreen and that camera. So once you get 10, 15 minutes down the road, that rear camera is absolutely worthless. So what I do is put a little Rain-X on the windscreen in the front, the windscreen in the back, and I also put a tiny little bit on that camera, and that helps a little bit, but nonetheless, the slush gets collected up there. And also the rear wiper. Those seem to fail. I'm on my second one, and the jets. You have to constantly get some fishing wire or some fine wire and poke it in those jets to get the sediment out so it'll actually spray and help you clear the rear windscreen. Okay, so that'd be number 4. Number 3 is limited modifications. It's one thing I really don't like about this. When you look on eBay, for example, you'll see Range Rover, Range Rover, Range Rover, and they add in sports stuff. And it kind of drives me nuts, but you know, it is what it is. But you can't really buy anything for the L322. The L320, which is basically an LR4, you can get all kinds of stuff. That SYA, suspension lift with the suspension travel tethers and the whole deal. That's an awesome setup. I wish I can get something like this on the L322. And I also thought about getting a local shop to help me engineer it and, you know, fab it up, but is it worth it? I don't know. I have the Proud Rhino 2.5-inch lift rods on it and the 33-inch tires, which I'm a huge fan of, and I think it just looks absolutely proper at that height. And I think Land Rover should have made it that way from the factory, but lawyers and such, I get it. Not always going to be an advantageous thing for you. So, limited modifications is number 3. Number 4 or 2, going down. Number 2 would be local shops don't fully understand how to work on these things. For example, when I got tires mounted, they asked me if it was okay to lift this truck off the ground, and I wouldn't have to reset the suspension and whatnot. Apparently, some of the BMWs and such, it's kind of a big deal. I don't know. My BMW's an M5, it's not an X5, so I don't have any experience with that. But these, they're made to hang a wheel off-roading and so on, so it's not a big deal. Alignments are kind of an issue. The local shops don't get how sensitive and how precise the alignment has to be. I guess they're accustomed to American cars where you just, yeah, it's close, it's good, just send it. It doesn't work that way with these. It has to be spot on. So you tend to have to go back and have them redo it and so on. So the number 1 thing, drum roll, that I don't like about this car is that it is just too damn sexy. It's 13 years old. It's got 174,000 miles on it. It's getting long in the tooth, but I don't want to replace it because I really like this car. It's been super reliable, knock on wood. And it looks great, it drives great, it tows a trailer, it does everything I need it to do, and I've never had any major problems with it. You know, I've had to redo the shift solenoids and things like that in the transmission, but that's a maintenance item in my opinion. I'm waiting on the airbags to go bad, and then I got to replace them. But as far as day to day, I drive it every day. It's my daily runner. I never have any problems with it. It's the perfect vehicle in my opinion. So I'm having a hard time parting with it. You know, I know that day will come, and I'll just get another one, I suppose, with fewer miles and I don't know, maybe the same color. What do you guys think? What's your favorite color in the L322? Personally, I like the Lorry, I think it's Lorry blue, that dark navy blue color. I really like that color. The silver is kind of a classic, especially with British cars. The racing green and the silver, I think, are like staples with British cars. What's your favorite color, though? Let me know, because I've seen a couple of the Calypso red ones that are in black. You know, they're all in black. The LR4 I have is black on black. That's a common color combo. But I dig the silver. I don't know, what color is yours, and how do you feel about that color? Would you do it again? So please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to leave comments. Let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see, maintenance related, or questions you have. I'll answer them as best I can, or try and find out, you know, the information, the link, and whatnot to help you out, because ultimately it'll help me out too. So let me know, and we'll talk to you next time.